There's a job you do every single day. You never applied for it, nobody pays you, and you have never once clocked out of it. You do it in the shower, in the car, at a red light, at 3 a.m. when the whole house is asleep and your brain picks the lock and gets right back to work. And here's the strange part. If I told you to put it down right now, just stop, some quiet part of you would refuse, because stopping feels careless, like looking away from the road. So before you try to quit a job that's clearly wearing you out, let me show you what it's actually for. Because it is doing something, it's just not the thing you think. You've always been told worry is you, trying to solve something, running the what-ifs, getting ahead of the problem, staying ready. And sometimes it looks like that, but be honest with me for a second. When you worry, do you ever actually arrive anywhere? You don't. You circle, you reach the same corner and turn it again. And again, real planning ends. It hands you a decision and lets you go. Worry never hands you anything. It just keeps you walking the track. So it isn't solving the problem, which leaves a much better question. If worry isn't for solving anything, then why does your mind guard it so fiercely? Hold on to that one, because the answer is the whole video. Let me show you, using your own body. Picture your arm braced against a door. You're sure something on the other side is about to burst through, so you're holding it shut with everything you have. Shoulder locked, whole body leaning in. An hour goes by, nothing comes, and your arm is on fire. Now, here's the first thing I need you to really feel. That pain in your arm is not from an impact. Nothing hit the door, nothing pushed back. The ache is coming entirely from you, holding. You are not hurt, you are bracing. And you've been bracing so long you started calling the strain pain and blaming the door. So why won't you drop your arm? The door's quiet. Just let go. And this is the part that stopped me cold when I finally understood it. You won't lower it, because if you relax, and then it bursts, that is so much worse. Not more painful, more sudden. It's the drop, going from calm straight into disaster with no warning. That fall is the thing you cannot stand. So, you found a way out. You simply never let yourself be calm. You stay braced, all the time, so nothing can ever catch you off guard. And there's your answer. The one I asked you to hold. You didn't build worry to stop the bad thing. You built it so the bad thing could never drop on you. Now, I know that might sound like just a nice metaphor, so let me show you it's real. Because scientists spent 40 years getting this exact thing wrong before they got it right. For a long time, the leading idea, from a psychologist named Thomas Borkovec, was that worry works by calming you down, that turning a fear into anxious little words somehow muffles it. Sounds reasonable, right? Then someone finally hooked worriers up to monitors and watched what their bodies actually did, and the calm down theory fell apart. Heart rate, up. Arousal, up. And staying up. Worry wasn't quieting the alarm at all. It was holding the alarm on. Two researchers, Michelle Newman and Sandra Lara, worked out why. Their answer has a name, contrast avoidance. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Here's the experiment. Take two people and hit them both with the same piece of bad news. The calm one lurches, a sharp, whole-body jolt into fear. But the person who was already worrying barely flinches. Now stay with me, because here's the twist. They both end up equally distressed, same destination. The difference is, the calm one crashed into it, and the worrier was already there. That's the secret. Worry doesn't lower your fear. It raises it ahead of time, and parks it there, so when the bad news lands, there's no room left to spike, no jolt, no drop. So now you know what the job is. Worry is a floor. You build it under yourself, plank by plank, so you can never fall. And you pay for it with a low, gray dread that hums under everything, all day, every day. And here's what I don't want you to miss. Because everyone else will tell you this part of you is broken. It isn't. A mind that refuses to ever be blindsided is not malfunctioning. It's protecting you. It found the one thing you truly can't handle, the sudden drop, and it built a wall against it. And it has stood guard this whole time. Your worry has been on your side. Before we change a single thing, it deserves to hear that. But look at what the wall cost you. To make sure you never fall, you have to stay down, low, always. You end up paying the price of 100 disasters that never even happen, in tiny daily installments, just so none of them can ever surprise you. The bill comes anyway. You just pay it in advance, every single day. Which is exactly why just stop worrying has never worked on you. Of course it hasn't. You can't talk someone off a ledge by telling them the floor they're standing on isn't real. And look on the bright side is worse. That only asks you to climb higher, so the fall would hurt more. None of it lowers your arm, it just raises the stakes of letting go. So, we're not going to force your arm down. We're going to do something smarter. We're going to prove to your body that the floor is much closer than it thinks. 2 steps. First, give the job a shift. Pick 15 minutes, same time every day, and call it your worry window. When a worry shows up outside it, you don't fight it and you don't obey it. You just say, not now. 6 o'clock, I'll be there. You're not banning it. You're giving it office hours. And most worries, made to wait, never show up to the meeting. Second, and this is the real repair. Once a day, somewhere safe, you lower the arm on purpose. 60 seconds. You let yourself feel genuinely okay, and you stay there, knowing it could be interrupted, and you let that be fine. You're not relaxing. Don't mistake this for relaxing. You are rehearsing the drop, on purpose, in a room where it can't hurt you, over and over, until your body finally collects the evidence it's been refusing to look at, that you can come down, that you can be caught off guard, and still get back up. That's the whole thing. Not a quieter mind. A body that's learned it's allowed to land. You already know the door, don't you? You've been leaning on it so long you forgot the arm was yours to move. And listen, nothing is behind it right now. Not in this exact minute. And this minute is the only one your arm is actually in. So, gently, just once. Lower the arm. Nothing is falling.